The Nissan Micra is one of those names that has been quietly part of everyday life for decades, the sensible, dependable little supermini that millions of people learn to drive in. So its return is a genuine event, but it comes with a twist. The new Micra is fully electric, and underneath, it shares almost everything with one of the most celebrated new cars of recent years, the Renault 5. The two companies are partners, and the Micra is built on the very same platform. So the big question is simple. Has Nissan created a worthy car in its own right, or just a copy of a more famous cousin? From the outside, Nissan has worked hard to give the Micra its own personality, and it has largely succeeded. Where the Renault 5 is sharp and retro and a little aggressive, the Micra is rounder, softer, and friendlier, with circular headlights and a smooth, approachable face that nods gently to Micras of the past. It is unmistakably a small, cheerful city car, the sort of design that is easy to like rather than designed to shock. On the show floor, in a bright color, it has real charm, and it looks distinct enough that you would never mistake it for its Renault relative. Inside, the shared engineering is more obvious, and that is no bad thing. You get a clean, modern, nicely designed cabin with two crisp screens, sensible physical controls for the climate, and a bright, welcoming feel. The quality is good for an affordable small car, with interesting textures and a sense of care that lifts it above the cheap superminis of old. There is decent space up front, the technology is easy to use, and it all feels solid and well thought out. It is a genuinely pleasant little interior, and it shares the qualities that made the Renault version such a hit. As a small city car, the Micra is about being just big enough rather than spacious, and it judges that well. The boot is a reasonable size for the class, fine for the weekly shop or a couple of cabin bags, and the rear seats will take passengers for shorter trips. It is easy to park, easy to thread through traffic, and perfectly sized for the urban life it is built for. If breakdowns like this help you decide which small electric car actually fits your life, subscribe so you catch the next one. Under the floor sits the same well-proven electric setup as its Renault cousin, which means a choice of two battery sizes. The smaller one suits city dwellers who rarely travel far, while the larger battery offers a range of around 250 miles, enough for the occasional longer trip without anxiety. Power comes from a front-mounted motor of up to around 150 horsepower, which is plenty for a car this size, making it nippy and fun in town. It charges at a sensible speed, and like the best small electric cars, it is relaxing, quiet, and effortless to drive in exactly the conditions most owners will use it. There is, though, an honest catch, and it is an unusual one. The Micra's biggest problem is its own sister car. Because it shares so much with the Renault 5, and because the Renault arrived first and grabbed all the attention in the awards, the Micra risks being overlooked as the less fashionable option, even though it is mechanically almost identical. But here is the context that flips it around. That also means you are getting the same excellent underpinnings, often with Nissan's strong dealer network, its long experience building electric cars, and potentially keen pricing. Being the quieter sister is not the same as being the worst car. Taken together, the reborn Nissan Micra is far more than a rebadged Renault. It takes a brilliant, proven electric platform and wraps it in a friendlier, more approachable character all of its own, then backs it with Nissan's long history of building affordable electric cars. It may not have the hype of its celebrated cousin, but it offers much of the same talent for the money, with a charm that is entirely its own. For buyers who want a likable, affordable electric city car, the Micra deserves to be considered every bit as seriously as the car it shares its bones with.